What's up, guys? Hey, how's it going? I am home in my crib tonight. I'm doing my vlog on Twitter. If you are following me, look at my hair. It looks like super white against this white background. Nothing on this wall right here, baby. In my place, I don't have a lot of paintings and stuff up on my wall. I've got some paintings sitting against the wall because I've lived here for a year. Coming on a year, and I haven't put anything on my wall, like nothing, really. My house is pretty plain. My apartment is pretty plain. I live in an apartment because, I roll like that. And it's cool. I'm alone. Nobody messes with me, I come home, I'm like, honey, I'm home, but there's no honey. It's just me. I put whatever I want, wherever I want. I can eat what I want to eat. Wow, I eat within reason. I can do what I want to do, baby. That's just what I do. So anyway, I want to take some time to do my vlog. It's been like a week that I've vlogged. I'm totally getting in the groove. I like it. This is a lot of fun. Instead of having like some prepared like speech or something, I'm just jumping on and I'm just like talking. I'm talking to you guys. And normally I do my vlog on Instagram Live, but I've been having some trouble with Instagram Live. It's really crazy. It's been freezing up. I deleted the app, reinstalled it, and I haven't tried to go live since I did that last night. But I'm able to download what I'm doing, but I'm kind of bummed because I'm having, I'm doing some really good vlogs, but I can't keep them on Instagram Live for 24 hours because they're freezing up. So I'm not sure what the hell is going on Instagram, but I am putting them on YouTube, and so I'm going to do that with this one. So I thought, let me just go on Twitter. Let me just talk to the Twitter people. I got like 6,500 Twitter followers. It's a lot of followers, and you're all kind of real. Most of you are real people. So I'm like, let me jump on Twitter and do my vlog on Twitter and talk about, what's going on in my day. Really busy day. I actually didn't get a chance to sleep a lot last night, so I'm kind of like exhausted. I just took an hour nap. I know it's evening here in California, and I took like 45 minutes. I slept for 45 minutes. I feel much better. We have something going on tonight. We got a little business. We got to take a little roadie. So before I did that, we're gonna have some dinner, do some stuff with my brother. He's a photographer, so I'm supporting his projects and going along for the ride. And so before I do that, I thought I'd jump on and talk about Paul Mitchell, San Francisco. So I went to Paul Mitchell, San Francisco, and I met about 60 or 70 really great students and a few teachers, not a lot of staff. It was a night school thing. If you don't know who I am and what I do, I like to go to cosmetology schools and lecture and talk. And the cosmetology school of choice right now is Paul Mitchell because I'm a Paul Mitchell guy, so I like to go to Paul Mitchell. And I have it was a lecture, but it's like morphed into an actual, it was a motivational lecture. And then it's morphed into like a workshop. Then it's morphed into like a haircutting and motivation. And then it's morphed into a business, training, PR, marketing, social media, how to get out of school and get your license. And then what do you do from there kind of thing for hairdressers. So I have a heart for young hairdressers. And what I mean is not young people per se, but people young in the business, because I'm young in the business. I'm only 7 years old in the business, and I've done a lot of really cool things. And so I really believe in this business. It's really cool. And so I really feel like that my job is to now like do really good hair, but also give back to the hair community. And by doing that, I go to hair schools, and I also mentor people that are hairdressers that need a boost in their hair life, their hair game. So I go to cosmetology schools and I do that. So it's morphed into like, right now it's technically a lecture. And I spent a lot of time on the road in 2015 and 16, like I did like 30 events. And I did some salons and I went to hair schools, mostly Paul Mitchell. I went to a few off Paul Mitchell schools, or I guess non-Paul Mitchell schools. But it's all the same. Like the reaction was amazing and it snowballed. And I have like kind of a testimony. I talk about my journey and how I've built a really decent sized following, and also how I'm known in my city as like maybe one of the top 5, let's say top 10 hairdressers. So if you're one of the hairdressers in Sacramento watching this, I don't want to make you mad. So let's say top 10. Let's say I'm known pretty well. And I do TV. I've done TV work in the past. I've done stuff in LA, viral videos, all these things. And then my combined, and I've done a lot of videos. I've produced them. I've been involved in them, and my combined video views. And all the video work I've done, whether I've done it myself or starred in it with somebody or helped produce it or done the hair in it, over probably 4 million, maybe 5 million views. I mean, really lucky, maybe even 6. A lot you lose track because those videos continue to pick up views. So I'm really lucky. So anyway, that brings me to the point of this is that I go to schools and talk about my journey and stuff like that. So I took some time off. I took almost a year off, actually, because it was kind of exhausting. So after taking a year off, I got invited to go to Paul Mitchell San Francisco, which is actually technically the name is the Institute of Aesthetics and Cosmetology. The San Francisco Institute of Aesthetics and Cosmetology. It's a very long name. And so I got a chance to go out there and be a speaker out there. And I went back. So I took a year off because I was really burnt out and I was trying to find my way. And actually, my lecture series turned into a workshop. So we had 2 workshops, one each year. And we actually had students and hairdressers from across Northern California buy tickets to the workshop, and it was really fun. A lot of work, almost killed me, really difficult stuff. I would not recommend doing a workshop unless you have a huge team and it's your gift, but it was something we threw together because we felt like there was a demand, and I have a really good group of friends that are in the business that really like to help others. And also we were growing our brands, and it was just fun. It's radical. We're doing stuff, We're not sponsored. Nobody sponsored us. We just created our own brand and we go, right? And that's super exciting to do. So we had really great results, but it was a burnout time for me because I had a salon going, and then I had, relationship, trying to make that work. I'm really bad at that. And then, I'm a dad, and then I've got all these dynamics, and I have some other interests and business interests that are outside of here. I'm trying to keep those balanced. So, I got all these things going. So I decided to take about a year off. And anyway, that brings me to Tuesday night, where I was invited to go to Paul Mitchell San Francisco. So I went to Paul Mitchell San Francisco, and I really trimmed down what I normally do. I usually have a bigger presentation. It gets super dynamic, and sometimes I bring a haircutting guest, or Mac is a really good friend of mine, or some maybe assistants and students and models. You just never know. I just brought me. I decided I'm going to show up, and I'm just going to, I had a memorized lecture. I mean, it's very fresh, but I created a brand new lecture for the area. I like to go into a region. I know the demographics of the region. I study the region. I study how hair is done and the kind of hair that is done. So I try to talk about that. I try to help students learn about the region they're in before they get out into it. I talk about the competition, all these things. And it just turned into, it was a really powerful time, and I really reconnected. So I just showed up by myself, did my thing, kind of went back to basics like in the old days without some big presentation. And it was awesome because it turned into a class where they pulled out, they have this whiteboard, big whiteboard, and they gave me some whiteboard, markers. And I just went to town, and we did a cool little class with some little bit of diagramming and stuff like that. And so I was able to really connect, and the feedback was tremendous. So it motivated me, inspired me. And in fact, one of the things that was super interesting is that one of the students, I believe it was an esthetician, and it turned into a really, half of it was an hour and 20 minutes, and half of it turned into a really cool question and answer session. So one of the estheticians, I won't forget it, she raised her hand and she's like, because I was talking about how to develop a vision. I'm like, who has a vision? Because that's one of my things. I try to coach people on how to create their own vision and then how to create steps to execute the vision. And so one of the students was like, I got a question. I'm like, what was it? What is it? And she's like, what's your vision? What are you doing? What are you doing that's taking you to another level? And it was super challenged me. I think I was kind of caught off guard. And I was like, wow, And I think I came up with a few things that were interesting, to me, as far as personal vision. But it really challenged me, and I don't really know the name of that student. I'm not sure if that student's following me on Instagram because I picked up a lot of followers from that night. But if you're watching this and you're that student, or if you know who that is, could you have that person reach out to me? Because I want to say thank you. Because for the last 3 days, that's all I've been thinking about. I've been really thinking about my personal vision. It really challenged me. Like, where am I going? Am I getting better at all these things? And then I was doing hair last night, and I was really happy with the results from it. And, I just feel like things are coming easier to me, and I'm getting into this realm of not quite mastery, but really close of certain things. And I have a lot to learn, but I just feel like I'm mastering me. I'm mastering how I approach the game. And so as I'm mastering how I approach different aspects of the game, it's easier for me to focus on a larger vision because I'm not stressed out by the details. And so I'm able to focus more on strategy for my career rather than the technicalities of it. In the beginning of building your career, you're always going to be focused on the technical aspects of it, which are super important. You can't lose sight of that in the future, but you have to develop a strategy as well to go along with the technical aspects, because you have to know where you're going, not just how to get there. You got to know where your destination is, or at least have a feeling. So I really felt motivated and by that question. So thank you, whoever you are. So if you see this, share this, tell this person, like this video and share this video, because maybe that student will see it. I wish I really would have got her name, but I think she left really quick, and there was a lot going on, and students are coming up, and I'm meeting everybody. But it challenged me. She challenged me, and so I gave an answer that was okay at the time because I had a lot going on. I was, in front of the entire class there, or the entire, meeting hall. But it took me, and that's a hard question. It's unfair for somebody to put that pressure on themselves to answer that question. Not that it was unfair to ask, but I'm just saying, like, for a person, you got to give yourself time to marinate on that. So it's been taking me 3 days to marinate on that question. Like, what is my vision? What is my vision for me, for me personally, for my brand? I have redeveloped my vision a little bit. I'm super excited. So that's why I'm on the internet right now, or that's why I'm talking about the subject in this vlog, is that I'm going to do some mentoring groups. I'm really excited about it. And I'm going to do a local mentoring group that's absolutely free, and I'm going to do it in Sacramento. And then I'm hoping that maybe the mentoring group can kind of go to another level, and maybe we can take it to some other cities, because I have a lot of followers in different cities. But I'm really excited about it, and I don't want to do a big workshop because you want to reach out. Also, the thing is when you do a small event, you only have a limited amount of time. You want to take it to another level, and you get all this feedback. And people message me, and they're like, "Hey, I'll pay for a class." I always get a really good feedback. So then you want to throw a class together, but it's just so much work. And then kind of the energy. You got to keep that momentum up. So I think at the first of the year, I want to do some mentoring groups and be able to take the things that I work on and train and do all the time, and then bring my friends in the group and have my friends a share in this group and kind of do a cool, like a coffee shop thing. Right? I'm really excited about it. So if you're watching the vlog, you're in on it. You know what's going on because I'm announcing it, I'm talking about it on the vlog, and then I'm going to officially announce it later on as I get it developed. But I'm in. I know what I'm going to do. It's part of my overall vision. Then there's some other bigger things that I'm really going to think about going into the first of the year. So January will be when I do my first, and I think I want to do it once a month and just see how it goes. I want to do 12. 5, 5, 2. I'm going to do 12 of them. I want to plan for 12 and just take it month by month and see if anyone finds interest, and do it somewhere local. Everyone can meet for an hour or something like that. Absolutely free, and people can talk about marketing and social media and trends, and then I can bring some motivational people or some really skilled people to talk about the business that's in our town, and then maybe we can take it on the road. And, or maybe, and also, this is where you come in. If you're not living in the same town with us, we're going to do it virtually. So we're going to go live on the internet every time we do it. And so you guys can be a part of it. So more details to come. That's pretty much it. I'm really excited about that. And I've got some great ideas, but I'm going to keep them simple. I think 2019, is that where we're going? Yeah, 2019 is the year to keep it simple, but keep it fresh, keep it relevant, keep it simple, keep it lively, keep it dynamic, make an impact, and but keep it simple. So love you guys. Have a great one. Have a good night tonight. I'm gonna do some things. Hopefully, gonna have some fun tonight, and then I'll check in with you tomorrow. Follow me on YouTube, Jason J Daniel YouTube, where you can see my daily vlog, or follow me on Facebook, Jason J Daniel Facebook / Jason J Daniel, or Twitter at Jason J Daniel, or Instagram at Jason J Daniel. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Let's see, how do I turn this thing off? Swipe down to stop. Thanks for checking me out on Twitter. Bye now. Oh.